So now that we've had a time to talk about the sun, that luminary, now let's talk about the other luminary, the moon, right? And how it affects our relationships. We know by now that the moon is it represents our instinct and protection. The symbol for the moon shows the waxing crescent, reminding us that the moon reflects light from the sun. In our birth chart, it takes a less prominent role in our conscious awareness than our solar goals. So you notice how I'll mention in my readings when we're talking about the moon phases, which I've incorporated in my readings, and I'll say we want to land on the bright side of the moon, right? So it's also important to understand how important your moon sign is. Just like you know what your sun sign is and you're proud of your sun sign. Yeah, I was born on whatever date and this is my sun sign. It's also important to know how effective, how powerful your moon sign is. So the moon actually rules Cancer, the zodiac sign Cancer. In early childhood, the moon is often the governing influence before awareness of solar individuality and personal will begins to take hold. The moon can describe our relationship to our mother or anyone who plays a mothering role. At heart, it shows what nurturing means to us, and the complex feelings we have around this will inform the relationships we recreate with anyone who takes care of us. It also describes how we offer nurturing to others. So, food comes from under the moon, but it shows how we feed ourselves both literally and metaphorically, reaching out for what makes us feel fed and satisfied. Eating habits often act as a barometer for deeper feelings. So, close contact with partners will evoke the lunar side of us sooner or later. The moon shows what feels right to us, and a clash of lunar styles can make or break a relationship. The moon connects us to our tribe, drawing you to people and places where you feel at home. Right? So the moon is aligned to our feelings, our subconscious habits, our moods, our emotions. When you think about the moon, you want to think about physical, maternal, feeling fed, nurtured. You want to think about your intuition. You want to think about it being cyclical. That's feminine energy. It's rhythms and rituals. You want to connect it to feeling secure or security. So if your moon sign is Aries, because I want to walk through each one of the 12 zodiac signs, right? So if your moon sign is Aries, it does not suit you to be held back or have to wait for others. You may show caring by helping your charges develop their independence. If your moon sign is Taurus, it is a prerequisite to take things slowly and calmly, paying proper attention to basic needs. Touch is important for well-being. If your moon sign is Gemini, what feeds you is verbal contact or learning, reading, and information exchange as part of your daily routines. If your moon sign is Cancer, your primary concern is security. There is a deep instinct to nurture and protect yourself and others. Feelings wax and wane, but are very powerful. If your moon sign is Leo, you seek an active flow of praise and love from others. You may be naturally connected to your own creative talents or seek to nurture these in others. If your moon sign is Virgo, your style of caretaking tends to be practical, quietly attending to humble tasks. Care over diet and exercise can be your key to well-being. If your moon sign is Libra, you have an instinct to create relationships and may feel more at home in a partnership than on your own. Calm and peace are needed for well-being. If your moon sign is Scorpio, emotions tend to run deep, and holding on to hurts can at times be destructive. Tough physical exercise can be a way to discharge feelings. If your moon sign is Sagittarius, you need room to move and travel around, both physically and emotionally. The best nurturing is a feeling of inner freedom. If your moon sign is Capricorn, you may feel a need, a structured routine, and tend to be efficient with your time and resources. Safety comes from feeling you are in control. If your moon sign is Aquarius, naturally gregarious and interested in the alternative option, you may feel most at home living in a community. And last but not least, if your moon sign is Pisces, it can be hard for you to identify how you feel, and sensitivity to others' feelings may cloud the issue. Retreat and time alone are needed to recharge. So, hopefully, you'll understand how important it is to pull your full birth chart, and also when you enter into a relationship, whether it's a professional relationship that may develop into a friendship, or a romantic relationship that started as a friendship, that you understand how important feelings are, how important what security looks like for yourself, not only yourself but for the other person, because you can't hide that for long. How people want to be nurtured, right? How they process those emotions, those cyclical emotions. How do they process those, right? What feeds them? What makes them feel like they are safe? That's what I have for you. And again, thank you for joining me on this series of Luminaries. Bye.